For over 2,000 years, history has hailed him as a god among men, a conqueror without equal. But buried beneath the golden myths of Alexander the Great was a secret he took to the grave. This isn't a tale of victory or war. It's the confession of betrayal. The night he destroyed the one person he loved most. What you're about to hear is a lost scroll, written in the final hours of his life, revealing the truth no historian ever told. This is Alexander's final regret. They think I died of fever, or poison, or divine punishment. The rumors spread like wildfire, as they always do when a great man falls. But the truth is quieter. It creeps in slowly, like dusk over the Euphrates. You don't notice until everything is shadows. What I am about to write has never been told, not to generals, not to scribes, not even to Hephaestion, especially not to him. I buried this truth beneath layers of glory, conquest, and legend. But on this final night, my hands trembling, the wine still bitter in my throat, I must speak it, because even gods fall, and I was never a god. They call me Alexander the Great, but once, not so long ago, I was just Alexander, son of Philip, a boy haunted by a mother who whispered to snakes and a father who ruled through blood. When I was still young enough to dream, I told my tutor Aristotle that I would find the end of the world. He laughed. There is no end, Alexander. Only more land, more war. He was right. But what he didn't say, what no one said, was what chasing that endless edge would cost me. It began with Roxana. She was not my first conquest, but she was the one that conquered me. A Bactrian princess, sharp-eyed and silver-tongued. Her presence was like fire wrapped in silk, warm when you reached for it, and yet always ready to burn. I married her not for alliance, not for love, but for the strange and terrifying recognition I saw in her eyes. She was like me, hungry, unrelenting, but where I used swords, she used whispers. And one whisper in particular changed everything. It came one night in Persepolis, the ruined Persian capital I had torched in drunken triumph. We were surrounded by the spoils of empire, statues broken at their necks, golden thrones melted for coin, eunuchs still weeping for a king I had slain. And yet Roxana seemed unmoved. She leaned in close and said, "There is someone plotting against you, someone you trust." I laughed. Then she said his name, Hephaestion, my oldest friend, my shadow, my mirror. We had slept under the same stars as boys, fought shoulder to shoulder, bled into the same soil. There were nights we spoke without words, days we moved like one body. He was the only man I could be weak with, the only one who called me Alex when no one else dared. And now, my queen, the woman I had made empress, told me he was planning to replace me. She had no proof. Only a note, she claimed, found in the chamber of one of the Persian concubines, a few lines of code, a map, and the symbol of a hidden seal. It could have meant anything, but my heart, already tired, already bleeding from years of war and paranoia, didn't wait for logic. I began to watch him. Small things at first. How he lingered in council. How he spoke with the satraps behind closed doors. How his eyes lingered on the throne I had taken from Darius. And one night, I did the unforgivable. I followed him. He was not plotting treason. He was weeping, alone, on the balcony above the palace baths. I saw him take from his robe a small bronze mirror, mine, one I had left behind years ago in a tent outside Gaugamela. He kissed it. He whispered my name. And I turned away. I never spoke of it. But the next morning, I summoned Clytus the Black and Ptolemy and gave them orders. From this day forth, Hephaestion does not dine without a taster. I called it precaution. But the truth? It was doubt. And that is poison, not for the body, for the soul. Weeks later, Hephaestion fell ill. Some said it was a fever. Others said the wine had turned. I told myself it was fate. But the look in his eyes as he lay on the stone floor, shivering, staring up at me, not in anger, not in fear, but in confusion, has never left me. I knelt beside him. He took my hand, whispered one word, Why? And then he died. I smashed the physician's tools. I had the wine cask shattered. I demanded answers no one could give, but deep down, I already knew. Hephaestion died not by poison, nor plague, nor enemy blade. He died because I had let doubt kill trust, because I believed Roxana, because I chose conquest over kinship, because I forgot that even emperors are still men, and men make mistakes, fatal ones. After his death, I ordered temples built, coins minted with his name. I declared him a god, but gods do not die weeping on cold stone, only men do. I drank every night after that. The blood of Persia flowed into my cup. I touched no woman, not even Roxana. The fires in me cooled. I pressed onward, as if miles could bury guilt. But guilt marches with you. It camps beside your bed. It eats at your dreams. And now, here in Babylon, I feel the same shadows returning. They say I've fallen ill, that the gods are punishing me, that perhaps even I have become mortal again. But I know the truth. The cup I drank last night, the one they say was cursed, it was not the wine that killed me. It was regret. I see Hephaestion in my dreams. He does not speak, but he stands just beyond the torchlight, watching me with that same look of betrayal and heartbreak. And every night, I reach for him, and every night, he disappears. They will write of me as a warrior, a conqueror, the son of Zeus. But I was also a coward. When it mattered most, I trusted a whisper over a lifetime, and it destroyed me. Let them say I conquered the world, but let this be known too. I lost the only thing that mattered in it.